Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj.
Hey, it's Bree, and you better get ready for me. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here, go ahead and click that red button and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications, because I know you want to see me all the time, every time I upload. I am so excited to get into this album. There have been so many doubters. There have been so many haters. There was even a point where I was doubting the album itself. When she pushed the album back, I was really like, okay, bitch, are you worried? Are you suspicious about the Nicki hate train? But this bitch turned around and dropped the album exactly when she said she was gonna drop it. And I'm so proud of her, honestly. I checked out the Beats radio station last night, and it was a little much, to say the least. It was a little much, but it felt good to feel the support that Nicki had and to see the people that Nicki pulled out. I mean, when Kim Kardashian came, I mean, there are just so many levels of like legendary that Nicki Minaj is. And I mean, I've been thinking about this album all day. I am so excited to get into this reaction, and I know that the barbs are ruthless. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm going to be honest. If you want to rip me to shreds, rip me to shreds, because all that matters is that I was true to myself and I was true to my viewers, and I gave my honest opinion, honest critique, and honest reaction. So before you guys go ahead and get those fingers moving with the hate, just know that it's constructive criticism, and it's coming from a true place in my heart. I don't hate Nicki, but I'm not a barb. But I grew up with Nicki Minaj. Like, I want to see Nicki Minaj continue to win. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm kind of done talking. That's my little intro. I'm 100% ready to jump into this album. There's so much. I've been seeing a lot of good reviews. You know, you can't please everybody. So I have been seeing, oh, this album is dry. I've been seeing this and that. But I don't care what other people are saying. I'm doing this reaction to develop my own opinion. So with that being said, let's get into it. So the first song on this album is Ganja Burns.
As fashion icon, Audrey Hepburn. I move keys, you hold with one turn. When you get to see the Lord, show me dreams to confirm. They don't want to witch doctors to bury the Barbie, but I double back, kill fucking Kalanji. I done fasted and prayed, had to cleanse my body. Abstaining from sex, had to zen my body. I ain't
My bitch said I had to abstain from sex, had to cleanse the body. Okay, bitch, I'm literally going through that. I'm literally going through that right now. Wow. This bitch is a legend. This bitch is paving the way for hoes like me to just be like, you know what? I'm abstinent too. So this next track is called Majesty, featuring Eminem and Labyrinth.
got the trophies in the catalog. Just did a deal, Mercedes-Benz, check the catalog.
Woo, she did.
The Nicki challenge when I fly to Prague.
Boom, shine-a-lang-a-la. She invites me to the condo.
Mind you, Eminem don't do features. And Nicki got an Eminem feature.
Bleaching it blonde, so we got that lightning in a vital. We need Q-tip for the culture. Feel it out a little, you get a little bit of fucking feather.
Wow.
I'm still medicated till I get a fucking bellyache, and then celebrate together. We can renovate and redevelop hella weights, and I'm gonna get a special place. Now, take a ride with me, hop into my time machine.
Hard.
I'm a sucker for you. Boom, shine-a-lang-a-la. Boom, shine-a-lang-a-la.
So this next track is called Barbie Dreams. Oh yes, I'm loving this beat.
For a nigga to give some babies, a handful of Wheezy, sprinkle of Davies. Always wanna beat it up, goon up the pussy. Man, maybe I should let him, but I don't know if the pussy wet or if he crying and shit. Meek still be in my, used to fuck with Young Thug, I ain't addressing this shit. Caught him in my dressing room, still in dresses and shit. I used to get this nigga with a look. Dreams of fucking one of these little rappers. I'm just playing, but I'm saying. Sometimes I'm indicted, I'm popping. And I'm uninvited. I'm a killer with the shoe, no cylinders in the roof. And I'm begging me to lose, no cylinders in the coupe. I get done with the chrome, no telling when I'm a shoe. I just bang, bang, bang. Damn, a bitch snooze. Shout out to my Jews, I'm a bit moving. Big back to the
This is it, bitch. This was only the 3rd track. And all the first 3 tracks on this album are such a relatable mood. Like, honestly, it's kind of annoying me that I like it so much, that I relate to it so much. Anyway, let's get into this next song that we know and I already reacted to. Rich Sex.
I ain't stupid, just 250 on my arm. He say, baby, every day we ballin'. I say, swish, swish. If you let that broke nigga, fuck we tellin'. Rich Sex.
Little mama said she ain't on a rich dick. I come in her face and tell her, I got a limit, fuck her in a drop top. You put your money where your mouth at, that's some lipstick.
Mad doggy.
So far, this album is flowing very cohesively. I could tell that there's thought behind it, which I appreciate. And so far, I'm here for every single mood. So this next song is called Hard White.
Work hard just to get her back. I ain't coming through unless the back straight. I used to beat your look, I still didn't pick a guy. I'm the trophy, you got bars and still broke. Might as well took a plea. Anything with Nicki in it, they gon' pocket off. I mean profit off.
Wow, Nicki.
I ain't never
Wow.
put the position. I ain't never had to strip to get the pole position.
I ain't never had to strip to get the pole position. You throwing shade at our girl Cardi, bitch?
Get into it that way. I ain't coming through unless the back straight.
Wow, Nicki. Wow. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it to the end of this video because I really honestly have so much to say. But you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth closed until we make it to the end of this album. Let's get into the next track. So this next song is another one that I personally know and love because it's all over the radio. It's Bad, featuring our sis, Ariana Grande.
Waiting for you on some $1,000 sheets. I'ma do everything I said I'm gonna do. But don't make me wait until the morning.
I'm trying to figure out why people are acting like they don't like this song. This is a good song. What's the tea here? I just want to know. Because this song is not bad. It's not. No cap, I'm really loving the order of this album so far. Like, just the order of it, I'm really loving it. Let's get into this next track. So this next track is called Thought I Knew You, featuring The Weeknd.
I thought I knew you. I guess I didn't.
Oh.
Thought you would stick around for real. This was true to love. This was true to love. Honestly, I think this should excite you. Like you. Don't think I'm talking to the right shoe. I thought you was down for real.
Hey.
Thought you.
Hit my heart, I'ma hit the climb for you.
But baby, I guess I didn't.
Bitch, I gotta add this one to the playlist. Like, that was a track I was like, okay, Nicki, you got me. I'm gonna add it to the playlist. So this next track is called Run and Hide.
Don't be goofy, bring some passion to the table. What you doing? Don't be stupid, I'm the realest, but you know that I'm the truest.
Nicki, if anybody reposts this and you see this, I need you to know that this album is such a fucking mood, bitch.
Yeah, you say who am I?
Wow. This is it, sis.
Don't be jealous for some trust inside your text when you be texting.
Hey.
I pray to God for peace and love, I'm looking at you as a blessing.
So let's get into this next track called Chung Sway, featuring literally one of my favorite people on the planet, Sway Lee.
I'm all yours. Barbie kissing, call the stores. Barbie stripping, mink, carpet, but I ain't got no flaws. What if I got beat him with the 22 if he don't lose the attitude and run up with his credit cards too?
I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm taking your money. Oh.
Bitch, I'm a star. Me and Smiley, y'all. You're in the middle of Queen right now, thinking, I see why she called this shit Queen. This bitch is really the fucking queen.
Oh, Nicki. It's time to get into the instant classic, Chung Lee.
Hey yo, look like I'm going for a swim. Hey yo, I been on, bitch, you been con. They painted me out to be the bad guy. Well, it's the last time you gonna see a bad guy do the rap game like me. How many of them could've did it with finesse? Not everybody like she really is the best. How many championships? Why 6 rings on?
Honestly, Chung Lee is that fucking girl, bitch. I mean, I don't care who come in the comments like, oh, bitch, you was too extra. No, Chung Lee is that girl. I remember when Chung Lee dropped, I was at work. I had my headphones in. I listened to that song like 15 times in a row. How many of them could have did it with finesse? Now, everybody like she really is the best. Sis, let's get to this next track. So this next track is called LLC.
Just took her name and made that bitch a LLC. Stuff you, he's rich and famous, but he's just a guy to me. Tell him that I watch bitches take a bath for me. But the trophies in my crib like an athlete. I see them giving fake love, but that you know Nicki gon' eat bone appetit. Used to get
You know Nicki gon' eat bone appetit. Ooh, bitch, come through with the flow though.
Now carry on. Now carry on.
19 songs, sis, for real.
Yo, hola, okay, hola. You see a bad bitch coming through, yo, what's the hola? Barbie takes, banging body beat, everybody beat, on my D, yo, I gotta beat. I let them eat the cookie cause it's good for.
This is it, bitch. This is it, bitch.
Barbie takes, banging body beat, everybody who you gotta see, honestly, on my odyssey.
This is it. This is it. So this next song is called Nip Tuck.
I'm out the first switch up on you. Snip, snip, hit that nip tuck on you. Know I heard what you might do. I didn't get concerned cause I liked you. But now I'm not right there, yeah. But you don't know what to do without that.
They never do, girl.
You let yourself go. We don't represent O. So trust me, just go. You fucking disrespectful. You was special. The new you just don't.
Wow, Nicki. So this next song is called Too Lit, Too Late. Let's get into it.
I'm straight. You say it's love, I don't want it, yeah. Too much, too little, yeah. Too late.
So this next track is called Come See Me.
Love is love, you can't fake it. So please don't try to deny me, yeah. It won't hurt just to say what we could be, so come see about me. I got a lot I wanna say to you. Just come see about me.
So this next track is called Sir, featuring Future.
Yo, and on tour, sir, with the band, sir. Can't keep her man off my Instagram, sir. Riding like a sled, that's your brand, sir.
Manners, sir, excuse my manners, sir. On the gas, sir, on the gas, sir. Excuse my manners, sir, excuse my manners, sir.
So this next track is called Miami.
I think Daddy popped the molly, cause look how we flexing. I'm a Mortal Kombat Ninja Nicki, who you picking?
Woo! Ninja Nicki.
Got the Lolo on them perks, Lolo on them bunnies. Too much money, I ain't never need a sugar daddy.
Woo! Yes! So this next track I've been hearing a lot of. Seems to be everybody's favorite song. It's Coco Chanel featuring legendary Foxy Brown.
If they take the cocaine and they make a crack of it. If they have the gold chain, then they make a plaque of it. No, we never lack.
Damn!
Never trust a bro call. Don't fuck with bro call.
If Nicki Minaj tells me to never trust a broco, then I'm never gonna trust myself again.
Get an inkling, the thing is sing. Blood clot, gunshot, broke the way, fuck yeah. Heard more, see them, boss, watch the baby, see them jump. Say one try, I. Me, I'm physically fine. Pushy, inside we know she dying. Ninja, man, lady, so spice, Tanya.
Nicki! I'm loving this shit!
They call me Miss Bitch, but I don't miss bitch.
They call me Miss Bitch, but I don't miss bitch. Looks like I'm gonna be changing my Twitter bio. Maybe that would be a really good Instagram caption. I don't know. But I'm holding that bar very close to my heart.
All these jealous bitches on the jelly team.
Wait, I think Coco Chanel turned into the outro. So it kind of seems like Coco Chanel turned into the last track on this album. Whatever, let's finish. Wow. After 4 years of anticipation, I have successfully made it to the end of Nicki Minaj's Queen album. So you know what that means, y'all. It's time to get into my critique. Now, as I told you guys in the beginning of this video, this will be an honest reaction. So if you made it this far and now it's time for me to get into my honest opinion, if you feel like you cannot handle it, I will tell you again to leave. I'm going to start the review off by saying that this is my first time really sitting and listening to a full body of Nicki Minaj's work. And that's just the truth. I have never sat and listened to a full album of Nicki Minaj. And I know that she's an icon. And I know that she has honestly been such a pivotal part in my coming of age. But I've never sat and listened to a full album of hers until today. And this is going to be an album that I will come back to. Period. Whoever hurt Nicki or whatever Nicki was going through, I'm happy that she turned that into art, because a lot of the subject matter that she was talking about, I could relate to, period. Regardless of what I've read on social media, regardless of how other people feel, after listening to this album, I can honestly say that I have a solid opinion and I know how I feel. And maybe my opinion may be biased because Nicki just really touched on things that I am literally currently going through right now. And that's the power of music, when like I'm in a situation and I could listen to Nicki Minaj and feel empowered and feel like I'm not the only person that's going through this, and it's okay to stay on my path. A heavy theme throughout this album was Nicki Minaj having a hard time finding someone, you know, finding her male counterpart, someone who actually deserves her, find someone who's worth her time, find someone with the same drive, find someone who understands her. And dude, like, I'm nowhere near Nicki Minaj's level, but I can honestly tell you that I am currently going through the same struggle, honestly. I just feel like Nicki Minaj just beautifully captured what I'm going through. And you guys might come in the comments and be like, oh, you lonely, bitter bitch. I mean, I'll take that because that is actually accurate. I'm just saying, if I'm a lonely, bitter bitch, Nicki Minaj must have been feeling that same energy, because a lot of the beginning songs to this album I really resonated with on that level. Another thing that I want to say that I really feel like is important for me to say is I was really excited for this album, and I was really excited to do this reaction, and I wanted to see if Nicki Minaj was going to shut down the haters. I do feel like she did, in my opinion. I'm not a barb. I respect Nicki Minaj's legacy, but I'm not a barb. And I will say that Nicki Minaj shut me up, because all of the hoopla that I was reading on social media between, like, you know, Instagram and Twitter, all these opinions constantly flying at you, is kind of hard to develop your own. And sometimes it does get easier to just go with whatever the mass majority says. When I did my Fifi reaction with Nicki Minaj and 6ix9ine, I really did not feel like her bars were at the level that I'm used to for Nicki Minaj. Like, I'm used to Nicki Minaj coming through features and literally bodying that shit. And I didn't feel like she bodied Fifi. And I got dragged for it, and that's okay. But I was honest, and I told you guys, like, I really don't feel like she was at her capacity here. And I still stand by that. Now, Fifi is a bop. It's a really good song. But that doesn't mean that my initial opinion changes because the song is currently climbing the charts. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this album, Nicki Minaj personally, I will say, proved me wrong. I'm not going to speak for all the other people because let's be honest, once a hater, always a hater. No hater's going to turn around and be like, oh damn, well this album was actually good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And another thing is that my Nicki Minaj conspiracy video really started to go around, and I said in that video that I was nervous for this album. Oh my god, bitch, it's the next day. Like, I was up so late. I'm sorry, like, I'm a perfectionist at everything, so I just gotta be honest with you guys and tell you that I ended up passing out fucking with Nicki. Both my memory cards got full. And I tried to like import, you know, I was so tired, y'all. I ended up deleting a big portion of my reaction. I had to go back and refilm that shit. I ended up falling asleep, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I just wanted to be honest with you guys and tell you, like, we picking this up the next day. I pretty much was saying how this album is iconic. And, oh, that's what I was saying. I was saying that, you know, I was kind of doubting Nicki, especially when she did the little fake pushback. And where was this feature with Tracy Chapman? Where was it? Because I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no track list talking about Tracy Chapman. Yeah, girl, I must have missed that memo because I don't see any Tracy Chapman on the track list. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. One thing I will say is that I know last night I got a big portion of how I felt about this album out of the way because I told you guys that this was the first Nicki Minaj album that I sat and listened to all the way through, and it resonated with me. I want to say that this is Nicki Minaj's best work, but I can't because I've never listened to any of her bodies of work all the way through, so I can't say that. But what I will say is that sis did not let me down. I was feeling like, you know, maybe the songs are going to be predictable. Maybe the bars are going to be predictable. I really didn't feel that with this album. And that's just me personally. Some people may, you know, some diehard Nicki fans may be like, oh my God, I wanted more. I wanted more Roman. You know what I'm saying? But I can only speak for myself and say that I did think that this album was going to be predictable. I thought that it was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I hate to do this, but on a scale of 1 to 10 compared to Invasion of Privacy, I thought that this album was going to be 2 times better than Invasion of Privacy. Just 2. But it was more than 2 times better than Invasion of Privacy. And I hate to compare, you guys. I really, really hate to compare, but this is the world that we live in, and you kind of have to compare. Like, who is even close to Nicki when it comes to like celebrity power and, you know, as a female rapper? And it would be Cardi B at this moment in time. So I do have to compare in that sense. But I mean, not gonna say that she blew Invasion of Privacy out the water because they're different in their musical approach, but I will say that Nicki Minaj put her foot on the throne and said, test me, bitch. Because when I was listening to the Beats radio, I was gonna say last night, but it was 2 nights ago now at this point. When I was listening to the Beats radio, she was saying that she went back and she listened to all her other bodies of work and she took the best parts and created Queen. Listening to Queen, I believe that. I'm not kissing ass. I'm not trying to please the barbs. I'm just really shook at the fact that I don't want to say, oh, I'm being so honest right now. I don't want to say that I was ready to come in to drag Nick, because I was ready to give my honest opinion whether it be good or bad. But I don't really have nothing bad to say, and that's the gag. I was ready to roast this bitch for the bars. I thought she was going to deliver some corny ass bars. She didn't. I feel like Queen, damn, like, it's Queen for a reason, you guys. Like, it's Queen for a reason. This album is for the Nicki Minaj fans or the Nicki Minaj supporters, because I do consider myself a supporter. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, y'all, like, my mind is really blown at the level of relatable content on this album. My mind is literally blown. Like, I just relate on so many levels that I don't really even think y'all will understand. In one video sitting, I really don't think you guys will understand. And I mean, if I had to go ahead and rate this album, I would give this album an 8. I would give this album an 8. There was nothing wrong with this album. The songs were not repetitive. You know, anything negative that somebody else probably said, like, oh, I felt like I heard this song, or, oh, you know, she just wasn't doing it for me. I mean, come on. This is a good body of work. You just gotta you just either gotta wanna bash Nicki, or, you know, you really genuinely wanted more. But I feel like I got enough. I feel like the serving size was right. And that's why I'm gonna go ahead and give this album an 8. My favorite songs on this album, definitely, oh my god, let me go back to the track list, because I do have some favorite songs, you guys. It's an hour-long album, 19 tracks. Do you see why I fucking passed out? Like, damn, Nicki was not playing with us, but let's get it. My top 3 songs on this album are gonna have, I'm sorry, I hate to look and choose, but it's just so many options. Barbie Dreams, Nip Tuck, and LLC. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a minute, it makes sense why I chose those 3 songs, because they kind of encapsulate my personality. Like, when I heard LLC, I was like, come on, Onika, yes. Like, the bars was there, the beats was there. That is, like, that's my shit, honestly. Honestly, that's my shit, LLC. So, boom, those are my top 3 songs on the album. I'm gonna go ahead and give this album an 8. And that's my honest reaction. I slaved for y'all. So, if you like this video, which you better, you go ahead and turn that thumbs up below. Support your girl. Get those fingers moving and let me know in the comments below. Did you think I was gonna drag our sis? I'm just kidding, because this might be your first time here. But get those fingers moving and let me know, what did you guys get from this album? Are you guys satisfied? Was the serving size enough for you? Barbs, are you pleased with me? I'm just being a dick at this point, because I just woke up, so I'm cranky, you know. Let me know in the comments below how you guys are feeling. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.